Hello everyone, it's been a while, but thought I'd do a video today. Wolves have just drew 1-1 with Stoke, with goals from Raúl Jiménez and from the ex-Wolves captain Danny Bart, in a game where I thought we played well. But just before I go over the game and what I just saw, I just want to briefly talk about pre-season and Bruno Lage. He came in, he's been brilliant in his two interviews he's done so far, the one when he first joined and the one he did the other day. He speaks well, all the right messages coming from him, in my opinion. I think I've got confidence in him. However, we'll talk about his formations and tactics in a minute when we talk about Stoke. In signings, we brought in the Colombian defender, Yerson Mosquera. I think that's how you pronounce it. He looks an absolute beast, by the way. In the few games we've had in pre-season that I've watched, he looks an absolute animal, like a big beast at the back. Quite physical. I think he had a bit of a bad disciplinary record at his previous club, and you can see why, because he gets stuck in. We've got Trincao from Barcelona, who's on the right, likes to cut in, a bit tricky. He looks a bit weak, I must admit, and his final product has not been the best in some of the pre-season games I've seen, but he looks quite tricky, and yeah, let's hope he's good. I think Morgan Gibbs-White's been really good in pre-season too, and Raúl, obviously seeing him back's been absolutely brilliant. Up until now, today's game against Stoke, the other games over in Spain in the Crew game, I took them with a pinch of salt really, because, you know, out in Spain playing games every other day, and Crew was just the first one back. So, but today felt quite big because the team he started feels like the strongest one he had available to him. We played the 3-4-3, or whichever, you know, like the 5-2-3, whichever way you want to look at it. And I'm quite disappointed in that, because the messages we got coming out of the club, really, with Bruno Lage coming in, is that we wanted a fresh start. You know, he played like a 4-4-2 or a 4-4-1-1 at Benfica, and I thought we would play that formation. And the fact that he didn't start that today, and maybe it's because Cody's back off England duty and he just wanted to put him in there, but maybe play a 2 with Cody in there if he actually wants to start Cody, or, God forgive me, drop Cody, but it might not happen. I thought the performance today was pretty decent. First half, it was okay, not the most entertaining, but there were 2 goals, so I was entertained by that. I think Stoke did score against the run of play with Danny Bart's goal. Our defending on corners hasn't improved. Even with a new lad in there, in Yerson, he couldn't help us out. I think he was at fault for the goal. He should have got rid of it, but good finish from Danny. No celebration. We love you, Danny. Good servant to the club. And good goal from Raúl. I know it was a tap-in, but good work from Semedo down the right. A couple of deflections, and he gets the goal. And it was so good to see, wasn't it? And you could see the relief on his face, and obviously the Wolves fans singing his name. And I really love that. I know he scored a penalty against that, was it an Arab team we played that no one watched? So yeah, good to see him get a goal from open play. And another thing I want to say about Raúl as well, his heading, there's no concerns, is there? He looks so good at it. You know, he's not pivoting out of challenges or anything like that. It's as if he hasn't got a head injury. So I think that headband gives him that secure, you know, the secure feeling he needs, so he's not self-conscious about his head. But anyway, second half, Wolves absolutely dominated. I think I can think of one chance Stoke had when I think Kilman blocked Fletcher. I think it was Kilman anyway, or whoever blocked him. The rest of it was us dominating. Morgan Gibbs-White come on, and as I mentioned a minute ago, he has been brilliant pre-season. He's really getting his head down and giving Bruno Lage something to think about. And I wouldn't mind at the moment if he starts against Leicester. I think he's earned that. And he was lively today. Could have got a goal. That great through ball Raúl put through to him, the outside of the boot. He just couldn't get the finish. There was that one when he ran down the left, like cut in, and probably could have got a penalty and tried to cut it back to Raúl, but he didn't. And yeah, he's been absolutely brilliant. I just want to talk about the wingers as well, actually, because Adama and Trincao, Adama's on the left, Trincao's on the right, and they both cut in a lot, which obviously I think that's trying to get the wing backs to fly around the back. But with that was a strange one as well. Marcel started over Aït-Nouri. Whether that's going to happen in the Premier League, I don't know, because to expect Marcel at his age to run up and down, and with his injury record, obviously, it's quite a lot to ask. So I'd start Aït-Nouri personally for me. Neves and Moutinho midfield. I've seen a lot of criticism for them two on Twitter, and I agree. We need a beast in there. Those two sitting, it's very side to side, isn't it? It don't feel like they're driving up the field with the ball, or whipping in really good balls, you know, through the lines to try and get up the field quicker. And it's not going to work with those two. Moutinho's obviously getting on a bit now, and we need someone else next to Neves, in my opinion. Whether that's Otasawi, who wasn't even in the squad today, along with Bolly and Podence, but we'll see. Yeah, so to take out of today's game, obviously 1-1 away at Stoke. They're like a mid-table championship team. The results don't matter too much. It's all about the performance. I thought the performance was quite good. Just a bit worrying we couldn't put our chances away, which was the story of last season. And at times, watching this game, it felt a lot like a Nuno performance from last season. So, yeah. We've got Coventry tomorrow. I don't know if he'll start the big boys or go with like the under-23s, because obviously it's a day later. And then we've got Celta Vigo next week. Celta Vigo next week will probably be the team that we will see against Leicester. So it'll be a similar team that started today against Stoke. But we've got to be optimistic. I'm going to be annoyed if he starts with a back five against Leicester. I am. I want to see a 4 at the back. Maybe he's not confident in having a 4 at the back, because we need a couple of players, don't we? We need a new centre back, a new centre midfielder. If Catrone goes, who came on today and probably should have scored at the end against Stoke, then do we need another forward too? Because then we've got just Fabio as backup, really. So we're back in the same situation again that we have been for the last few years. So yeah, good luck to Bruno. I like the way he talks, and let's just hope he can get it right on the pitch. And yeah, there we go. Let's hope the boys can do it. Bring on Coventry and Celta Vigo, and then we'll be back to normal uploads when the season starts. My first game will be Spurs, because I won't be able to get a ticket for Leicester, unfortunately. And bring it on. Please like and subscribe if you're new. Please comment down below if you've got anything to say, if you're worried, if you think we're going to be okay. And as I say, I'll see you all next video. Please like and subscribe. Let's get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of this season. That's the new goal. Cheers, everyone.